that. It's from swimming in the sun with goggles. It happens, it happens. Happens to the best of us. Question of the day. Ted, tell me how eating cooked food like broccoli and potatoes is like cocaine and coffee. All right, here we go. It's really not. Broccoli and potatoes and any cooked vegan plant food is not like coffee, and it's not like cocaine in the sense that coffee is a crazy ass stimulant and so is cocaine. Cocaine and coffee are just crazy stimulants. And they're very, very toxic, very toxic. Lethal, they're lethal. Potatoes and broccoli are not lethal, but they are, in my opinion, drugs in the sense that it's very easy to develop a dependency to these things. It's very easy. Who do you know that doesn't eat any cooked food at all? Pretty much everyone who eats cooked food eats it all the time. And it's very hard to get off cooked food. There are, I don't need to go into detail on this, but there are thousands of people who've tried to get off cooked food and admit that they can't. They're addicted to it. They're hooked on it. My mom will admit to it. She admits she's able to go all day. She does raw till 4. So she goes raw all day, and then at dinner time she admits to caving in. I had a friend come from Canada, fly over to Thailand, hang out with me for a couple weeks, and he came to Thailand and he wanted to do raw, and he couldn't. He had to have the rice. He had to have the steamed veggies. He had to. He knew that it was this vice for him. So they're not plant foods, cooked plant foods. They're not as toxic, nowhere near as toxic as cocaine and coffee. If cocaine and coffee are like, if cocaine is like 1,000 out of 1,000 toxicity, and coffee is like 500 out of 1,000 toxicity, or 700 out of 1,000. Broccoli and potatoes are like 50 out of 1,000. Like they're not toxic. You can live on them for many days and months. Just broccoli and potatoes. They'll keep you alive. But you won't feel as good as you would if you were just eating a bunch of fruit. In fact, you'll probably feel like crap if you just ate broccoli and potatoes for many weeks. But if you were to just eat watermelons and dragon fruits for many weeks, and they were quality watermelon and dragon fruits, you'd feel amazing. You'd freaking write a book about it, how good you feel. But you get the best potatoes, best broccoli in the world, and just eat those two foods, and you'd feel like crap, man. Try it. Do a week on broccoli and potatoes. Nothing else. No additives. So just cooked food in general is just it has addictive tendencies. It can be very addictive for some people, myself included. That's the whole reason why I'm so pro fruit, because I had to overcome cooked food addictions, and it was so severe. I had to go through major binge episodes where I would be absolutely stuffed in pain, and I would have to keep eating because there was still some left in the bowl. So I'd throw it in the garbage, and I'd lay there on the couch in a coma, and 20 minutes later I'd be like, oh, I should go to the garbage and pick out some of that rice that's in there. And what makes it even more addicting is adding salt. Salt on cooked food makes cooked food even more addicting. It's a lot easier to get over cooked food when you're not adding salt to it. But salt is just like, it's like sprinkling a little bit of crack cocaine on your food. It's just so much better with salt. I encourage you guys to find a cookbook, vegan cookbook with no salt in it. Every cookbook has salt in it. Can someone please, I think my friend Derek put out a cookbook actually with no salt. He's at my house, and I was encouraging him, no salt, no salt, no salt. So I think he actually put out one. You can find his cookbook on dman.tv, I think it is. I'll post a link in the description anyway. But if you can eat your cooked food with no salt, please do that. It's the best way to slowly transition off cooked food. Just salt is so unnecessary and so addictive. So I used to go to raw food restaurants a few years ago, and the food was supposed to be raw, and I find myself feeling the exact same way about eating the raw food as I would with cooked food, in the sense that I had to keep eating and I couldn't stop. I had to keep eating. I couldn't just take a bite and be like, oh, that's cool, that's cool. It's like I take a bite of this banana and it's like, oh yeah, that's a good banana, but I'm not like obsessed about finishing it and put it down. No problem. But if this is like a raw food bar, like a lard bar or something, a little bit of salt in it, oh my god, man, you gotta finish the whole box until you feel like crap. You wake up next morning and do the same thing again. So, cooked food, so different than raw food in that way. So different than raw food. But it's not like cocaine and coffee. Cocaine and coffee they have 0 calories and they're just so stimulating that they make you feel like feeling like a king to feeling like a piece of crap wants to kill themselves. I've got friends that committed suicide, they were into cocaine. They were just always feeling way too good, and it was always followed by feeling like way too bad. Done drugs myself where, you know, you just feel like you're in heaven, you're in heaven, you're in heaven, you're in heaven, and you come down and you feel like you're in hell for a couple of days. Cooked food, not like that as much, no way. But it's definitely, you eat cooked food and you just want to chill, and you just want to watch TV or watch YouTubes or watch documentaries or just chill. But with fruit, like no one wants to sit down and watch a movie with a glass of orange juice. No one wants to sit down and watch a movie with a watermelon. You know, you want to eat the watermelon, you want to do stuff, you want to interact. So that's how potatoes and broccoli are like drugs. But they're not like hardcore drugs like cocaine and coffee. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but when cocaine first came out, it was legal, and it was in Coca-Cola, and the government had to decide, okay, are we gonna make caffeine legal, or are we gonna make cocaine legal? We gotta make one legal, we gotta make one illegal. And they decided to make caffeine legal because it was very close to the effects of cocaine, except you could last way longer, you can get way more work done on caffeine. It's good for the assembly lines, good for the factories. And cocaine, you're super productive, top of the world, but only for like 20 minutes, half hour. So yeah, but in my world, in Ted's world, cooked food is illegal. It's illegal for me to have cooked food. I don't want to break any laws. I don't want to go against the laws of nature. I've broken the rules too many times and I've felt like crap. But it's just my personal preference to not eat cooked food. Many people still do eat cooked food, but I get messages on the daily from people who want to stop eating cooked food but can't. Daily messages from people who don't want to eat cooked food but feel they have to, they're hooked on it. So that tells you something. Nobody messages someone else and says, Ted, I just can't stop eating bananas, they're just so good and I really want to get off them. It'd be with dates. People are like, Ted, I'm hooked on dates. Dates are freaking amazing stuff. Anyways, you don't need to feel guilty about fruit. It's just fruit. Banana peels.